Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Tuesday, the 8th day of October. It is National Touch Tag Day. It is International Birth Registration Day. It is Off-Road Day. So if you went off the road today, just go, hey, I'm just celebrating. That's all. That's all I'm doing. National Salmon Day, which I love. Growing up, we never really had salmon. Now, my beautiful bride over here, you make salmon quite a bit, and oh, it is so good. Fluffernutter Day. You ever have Fluffernutter?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a thing. It's
Thank you.
Did I explain that well? It's also National Pierogi Day, so maybe you put a little fluffernutter on your pierogi and celebrate in style. And we're going to talk to the newly retired, my newly retired father-in-law for Tuesdays with Charlie. And we talked about that the last couple of weeks. He retired, but it wasn't his idea. He didn't want to. He's 75.
The place closed down.
The place closed down. That's what it took for him to retire.
Yep.
But he has had so much fun since retirement.
Yeah,
so
he's having a good time.
He's out golfing. He's drinking even more every day than he used to. We'll be chatting with Charlie coming up in just a bit. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Charlie has Parkinson's. Recently, Charlie started wearing a bracelet from VitaTech Healing.
I'm an avid golfer, and I was going to give it up this year. I just deteriorated that much. Now I'm back to golfing, enjoying it, having a good time. I just can't stress enough how good it is.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how VitaTech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Some mental health professionals are suggesting to patients in today's busy world, instead of constantly creating and updating never-ending series of to-do lists, we should make a to-don't list. I love this idea. The process of creating a to-do list, sitting down, writing out all the things you want to do, is a good thing. But they say do the same thing in reverse. Things that you go, I'm just not going to do this anymore.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example of some of the things. You can read all of this in the show notes, but I'll give you some that they... Emily McGorley, one of the people that did this thing, she said on her to-don't list is don't schedule meetings between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. So it's like that time she's like, I'm not going to schedule meetings there anymore. Put casual clothes on a non-wrinkled tumble dry cycle rather than ironing them. She's like, I'm not going to iron anymore. I'm going to just do that and then hang them up right away. Another one, don't wash dishes or clothes every day of the week. Just do it like every other day. So
Alrighty.
There's a to-don't list idea. I think this is a cool idea. I'm going to put on my to-don't list, don't do any more to-do lists. See, I'm done already. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
If you want a better credit card, it can be easy and not so hard. BetterCreditCards.com. Earn more points or get more perks. Get what you're looking for in a card that works. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that regular coffee or caffeine consumption has a protective effect against developing conditions like coronary heart disease and stroke?
I did not.
So there's a new study, probably paid for by Big Coffee. They had test subjects drink 3 cups of coffee a day, and they said, according to this, it decreased the likelihood of new onset cardiometabolic multimorbidity.
Okay.
That's a long subject there. I don't know what that means exactly, but they're going, hey, it could maybe be good for you.
Alrighty.
All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. Ryan Murphy is defending his work on Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, responding to Eric Menendez's criticism of the series. So he says it was a dishonest portrayal of these guys that were, plotting and planning to murder their family. They're like, yeah, you make us look like monsters. What's the show called again? Monsters. Okay. And Brad Paisley and Shaka Khan and Gladys Knight and Green Day and Jennifer Hudson and a whole long list of other people will perform on the American Music Awards 50th anniversary special coming up next month. When is this?
Yeah, I most likely won't be tuning in to that either. So.
Oh, apparently I've been holding this a while because it's going to air on Sunday, October 6th, which was a couple days ago. So. The story says next month. I've been holding this for a while. All right, sorry about all that. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com.
Charlie has Parkinson's. He started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing, and he's noticed a difference even while sleeping.
Once I got in bed, I couldn't roll over. I couldn't move. I was just whatever position I was in, just a chore to get out of bed. And now everything is so much better.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. The world's oldest man just celebrated his birthday. He is, how old do you think, Heidi? The world's oldest man.
111.
Close. He was 111. Now he's 112.
Nice.
He was born the same year the Titanic sank. What year was that, Heidi?
I have no idea.
1912.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was not on the Titanic, but that's when he was born. So have you ever heard of copy pasta?
No.
You might want to check with your favorite boomers because a new copy pasta is spreading around the internet. A what? A copy pasta. It's a chunk of text that encourages people to copy and paste it to their own social media profile.
Okay.
It can be seen as a spam of sorts. Well, here's the latest. Nearly 800,000 people have already shared the fake Goodbye Meta AI post on Instagram. It's an image that asks people to reshare it. And it says that this denies Meta the right to scrape your post photos.
I've seen this.
That's copy pasta, where people copy and
Okay.
paste stuff that is not even legit.
Yeah.
According to Meta, making a public declaration about it doesn't do anything. Even celebrities like James McAvoy and Ashley Tisdale and Tom Brady have been apparently doing the copy pasta themselves. Experts of this kind of thing admit that while posts like these are bogus, people's anxiety about the onslaught of AI is real. So they're like, well, maybe I have to do this.
Right.
So don't feel like an idiot if you've done it. Just quit doing it. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll continue what they say now. If you want to make sure your posts are not used to train AI, simply make your account private. Remember, Meta has probably already been using anything that you've uploaded to their platform as far back as 2007 to train their AI Meta model. So
My account is very private. Nobody gets in there.
yeah, she even unfriended me for a while. So true story. We're married and she unfriended me for about a month. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie, he'll give us some golf. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him, he makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his staff. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
Well, I'm doing hunky-dory.
Fantastic. You got some good stuff to teach us today?
Well, I don't know if it's good stuff or not, but I got some stuff.
All right. Well, I'm ready when you are. What do you got?
Hey, do you ever see that movie Dirty Dancing?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. Yeah, that's a good movie.
That's a pretty good movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that lake no longer exists?
No
Really?
kidding?
Must have dried up and went away.
Oh, weird.
It's too bad.
And I don't even know where it was at, but it's not there no more.
It was in Virginia, I believe.
And you can go and stay at that hotel and
Yeah.
have they just did a Dirty Dancing like excursion where you could go and
Dance
stay
dirty?
at the hotel. Yeah.
But you can't go
Well,
on
I
the
was
lake.
back in a long time ago, so I can understand. Hey, then, you know that when you go to the grocery store and they scan that little bar on there,
Yeah, the barcode. Yep.
you know that the black don't do nothing, it's the white in between it?
Really?
I did not know how those worked.
Charlie, do you know what
could take
the very first item to have a barcode? Do you know what that was?
No.
Wrigley's gum.
Wrigley's gum.
Yeah, that was the very first item to have a barcode. I think you told me that
Probably.
like 9 years ago. So who knows? It may not be accurate.
Next time you go shopping, take a Sharpie with you and mess with them. Put another black line in there.
Hey, there we go. Knowing my luck, I'll end up changing it to something a lot more expensive, though.
Well, that'd be my luck, too, really. What do you mean they're not 9 for a buck? Hey, then, okay, when you stick your hand in your pocket, sometimes you pull out a little lint.
Yeah, pocket lint. I've seen that.
You know what the name of that is?
Pocket lint?
No, it's Nur.
Nur?
G-N-U-R-R.
Nur.
Really?
I did not know that. Now I know.
The G silent. Otherwise, it could be Knur.
Why does something like that
Grr.
need a name?
Well, because people kept
I
wondering.
mean, it's just pocket lint.
They kept wondering what it was.
What is this stuff in my pocket? Now you know.
Nur.
Okay.
You can relate to this. People with higher incomes prefer their toilet paper to come over the roll, while those with lower incomes prefer it to go under the roll.
Wow.
It's not accurate in our case because I prefer it to go over the roll.
And I always preferred it to go under, so I think that is right. I'm married up, so we're an over family now, Charlie.
You got that big giant roll down there, so that must
Yeah,
mean
we
you got a lot of
do.
money.
I like that thing.
That is pretty cool.
Because that goes over the top.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
does.
lasts like a month for most people, or 2.5 days for us.
You can never have enough of that in the house. So, hey, you drink a lot of milk.
Yeah, I used to. I don't drink as much now, but yeah, absolutely.
Did you know that milk does not build strong bones?
It doesn't?
Nope. And actually, if you're a woman, it actually weakens them.
Nuh-uh.
But I thought milk, it does a body good.
So I never drink milk, so.
And look
And
at
you're
you.
a specimen of health.
Perfect picture of health. You're not making a good case there, Charlie.
No, just a statement.
The milk people might actually want to use that. This guy doesn't drink milk, and look at him.
Oh, funny.
You ready for a question from us, Charlie?
You better give us a question here.
I'll give you a question. What item of clothing was named after its Scottish inventor?
A kilt.
No, a Macintosh. I didn't even know that was an article of clothing.
What is it?
No, what is?
I don't
What
know.
is a Macintosh?
Huh. Too bad we don't have our son here. He's smart. He can probably tell us. He's probably wearing one.
Probably.
What you got there? This is a Macintosh.
What part of the store would I look for a Macintosh?
I have no idea what it even is.
I know it's a computer, but this says it's an item of clothing as well. So, well, I'll have to Google that, and then I'll post the answer on our Facebook page. How's that sound?
There you go.
All right. Well, Charlie, it's always a pleasure. Good talking to you, sir.
Well, we'll do it again next Tuesday then.
That sounds like a plan. We'll
Bye,
talk.
Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Charlie has Parkinson's. Recently, Charlie started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing.
I'm an avid golfer, and I was going to give it up this year. I just deteriorated that much. Now I'm back to golfing, enjoying it, having a good time. I just can't stress enough how good it is.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It takes you longer to say the abbreviation www than it does to just say World Wide Web. There's more syllables.
We've talked about that.
World Wide Web, 3 syllables. www, twice as many syllables.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, 3 times as many. Hey, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Jupiter and Saturn have diamond rain.
Oh,
How cool is that?
nice.
Yeah, I'm going to go there for a weekend vacation. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Female dragonflies will fake their own death to avoid mating with unwanted males.
I get that.
Heidi just pretends to be sleeping. I'm like, you were just on your phone 12 seconds ago. You don't even snore. All right, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
People born during the months of September and November are most likely to live to be 100 years old. Wow, that's pretty cool. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cows moo with regional accents.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If you want a better credit card, it can be easy and not so hard. BetterCreditCards.com. Earn more points and get more perks. Get what you're looking for in a card that works. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com. A quick question for you here, Heidi. A study found that while the average man can do this, only 10% of women can do it. What is it?
I don't know.
Whistle. Only 10% of women can whistle?
Oh.
Can you whistle?
Yeah, I can whistle.
Okay, see, well, that's because you're more awesomer than most. I didn't realize
think that's
that.
accurate. That can't be
This is a
accurate.
study found just during that study, apparently. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com.
Charlie has Parkinson's. He started wearing a bracelet from Vitatech Healing, and he's noticed a difference, even while sleeping.
Once I got in bed, I couldn't roll over. I couldn't move. I was just whatever position I was in, just a chore to get out of bed. And now everything is so much better.
Click on radiosavings.com to hear more of Charlie's story and find out how Vitatech Healing is helping others with ADHD, fibromyalgia, autism, and more. Plus, find radio-only savings by clicking the link at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A suburban Detroit library had to be closed after a DVD case in a book return bin was found to be filled with bugs. Royal Oak Public Library said on social media they closed Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning. The DVD had been returned sometime after closing Friday. Upon discovery of the bugs on Saturday morning, book drops immediately locked, and all items that were anywhere near that were bagged up and isolated. A follow-up post said the facility had been given the all-clear by pest control company and would reopen at 1. The insects in the DVD case were identified as cockroaches. So I'm trying to figure out, did they get in there when they were at somebody's house?
Most likely, and then those people just returned
Do you think they did that on purpose? Like,
No.
I'm going to bring some cockroaches down
I don't
there.
think they did it on purpose. If their house was infested and they returned something, it's just...
You were like sitting way back, and it's like you were on the other side of the room.
I'm
It's like,
sorry.
Heidi's talking from way over here. All right. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Yesterday, we talked about the best actors of all time. And I had people asking right away, when are we going to get the list of the worst actors? Okay, I had nobody ask me that because I told you yesterday I would get to it today. So this is according to Razzie and Stat Significant did the study. And so these are the worst actors in history, not according to John. I disagree, especially with number 10, Val Kilmer. I love the guy. What? Number 9, Halle Berry. Number 8, shut your face, Nicolas Cage. What?
Huh.
Worst actors of all time, Cuba Gooding Jr., Demi Moore. Number 5, Steven Seagal. Okay, well. Number 4, Megan Fox. 3, Sharon Stone. 2, Kim Basinger. Who do you think is the number 1 worst actor of all time? Men and women on the list, by the way.
I have no
Ranked
clue.
number 6, worst online. Number 4 in box office failures. And 14 in Razzie recognitions. She has one name, Madonna. Yeah, that is the worst actors according to statistics, not according to me. I've got the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis by allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com. Our quote today is from Charles Pierce. You know what he said?
What did he say, John?
He said, "Can I have one of your puppies if you ever become a mom?" End quote.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I think people are just sending me the dumbest quotes they can find now. Is there even really a Charles
Wow.
Pierce? Did he really say this?
And why?
I had somebody send me one.
Why would we care?
And it didn't say who it was from. And I replied, I said, "Oh, that's cool. Who's this from?" "My mom." I was like, "Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that." I'll save that one for next week. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And a guy found some cash in a parking lot. Not a little bit of cash, whole lot of cash. $12,000.
Woo!
A shopper discovered $12,000 in a parking lot, and he returned it to the rightful owner.
How would you know who the rightful owner is?
Well, this happened in Massachusetts, and Van Ha has returned home from a weekly trip to a market basket on Sunday when she realized something critical was missing. An envelope with $12,000
Oh, my
cash.
gosh.
Panicked, she called her nephew, and the two hurried back to the store, hoping to recover the lost envelope. Dan DeFoses, the store manager, met the anxious family in the parking lot and offered to review surveillance footage. They found a video of her exiting her car, and they see that it said it didn't capture her dropping the envelope. It said, I took down the name and the number, and I said, I'll call you if something turns up. Then I walked back in the store, and sure enough, there was a gentleman at the service counter holding an envelope with the cash.
Oh my gosh.
The
Can
man,
you imagine?
a regular shopper by the name of Skip, rushed outside with this gentleman. They reunited the family with the money. It says we were able to leave when the manager came over with us, and
Oh
this
my
guy named
gosh.
Skip, he found the money. We're so happy, she said. The money was crucial for supporting their family, adding that some cultures and generations, they say it's common for them to carry large sums of cash.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't know that I would tell people
No,
that that's
don't
normal.
do that.
Reflecting on the incident, she said, we're so excited. We left right away. We went home without even thinking about it. And then we realized, we want to say thank you to Skip. So they went back to the market with a reward. Skip had already gone home. His girlfriend, an employee at the store, accepted the reward on his behalf, $300. And I think that's really, really cool.
That's really sweet.
$12,000.
That's
It says here,
insane.
it takes a special kind of person to do something so honest and selfless. And Skip, you are a true example of integrity and compassion. Thank you, Skip. You've touched more lives than you know today.
Fantastic.
The manager said, it's so very nice. I don't know a lot of people who would have done that. I mean, just finding a bank teller envelope, no name on it, you know?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who, if
Yeah.
they knew who it belonged to, they'd be like, no, I'm giving that back. But in this situation, what would you have done, Heidi?
I honestly probably wouldn't have taken it in. I don't know.
I absolutely would have done exactly what he did. That is the right thing to do. And I say all the time, do the right thing. It's the right thing to do.
It is.
All right. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.